Hey, it's Damien. 7 must-ask questions when viewing a property for sale in Oxford. Buying a house in Oxford is likely to be one of the most expensive purchases you will make this year. Yet the decision to make an offer on something worth hundreds of thousands of pounds is made on average in just 25 minutes. Some people can spend longer than that deciding whether to purchase a £50 pair of shoes. So as the buying decision is usually made with such speed, it's vital that when viewing a property, you ask your estate agent as many questions as possible in order to make an informed decision and avoid the dreaded "I wish I'd asked" scenario. Whilst the property may indeed have the wow factor sweeping you off your feet as you cross the threshold, don't be blinkered by the aesthetics of a property. Instead, delve deeper and consider asking the following questions. How long has the property been on the market? If the property has been on for sale for more than 3 or 4 months, it's worth investigating why. The average time it takes to sell a property in the UK is usually around 12 weeks. However, there is no one-size-fits-all timescale as it has so many factors involved. This includes price, location, economy, and so on. That said, it could be an issue relating to the property itself that other potential buyers have spotted and you have not, so it is always worth asking. How much interest has there been on the property? If you're already getting feel-good vibes about a property as you pull up on the driveway, it's likely other viewers have felt the same. Ask how many viewings have taken place and if any offers have already been placed. Your estate agent can advise you but cannot disclose the actual offer amounts, but this will give you a good indication of its popularity. How long have the current owners lived in the property? If the owners have only lived in there for a short period of time, it's vital to discover why. There could be a perfectly legitimate reason, such as an unexpected job move or family reasons, but asking the question gives you a chance to suss out any other potential issues, such as neighbour disputes, which sellers are legally obliged to divulge, or problems with the house or land itself. What is Oxford like? You may already be familiar with the area or have carried out some independent research, but if not, aim to ask pertinent questions about local schools, accessibility to facilities such as doctors, hospitals, vets, supermarkets. You can even ask your estate agent if they'll be happy to live in the area. What's important is you bear in mind that whilst you can easily renovate a property, you cannot pick it up and move it to a new location. What is the water pressure like, as silly as it sounds? It is rude to turn on the taps and the shower when you're viewing a property, right? But opinions vary. Imagine waking up after the first night in your new home and discovering that your beautiful shiny shower looks great but barely produces even a trickle of the wet stuff. As you view a property, check the water pressure and the plumbing. It may appear to be a trivial thing and may even not be a deal breaker for you, but it's good to know exactly what you're getting before you make an offer. Also, what are the running costs of the property? Think about council tax, gas, electricity bills, water rates and other utilities, as these can add up. Ideally, it's best to get an exact cost from the vendor so you can ensure your monthly budget fits. And on the topic of utilities, you may also like to ask about broadband speeds in the area, particularly if you work from home and you rely on a strong internet connection. When are the vendors planning to move? In other words, have the sellers found their next property? If so, how far through the buying process are they? No one wants to be in a long chain, as this can create complications and delays, and of course the ideal situation is that the property is chain free, although that is not always possible. Knowing that the sellers are organised and keen to move quickly can reassure you that the sale will be efficient. The final checks. Love the sun? Check which way the property faces. If there's a beautiful terrace but it faces due north, then there won't be too many opportunities to soak up any golden rays. Want to make improvements or renovate? If it's an old property, check whether it's listed or in a conservation area, as restrictions may apply. Keep your nose trained. Fresh paint could mean the sellers are covering cracks or damp, or they may just be genuinely wanting the property to look its best. Remember, most properties are purchased through a mixture of head and heart, so stay objective. For more advice when buying a house in Oxford, please feel free to reach out to me.